Samurai, swords, Tom Cruise with a top knot. This isn't just history, it's Hollywood with a katana. Today we're diving into The Last Samurai, the only movie where getting kidnapped turns you into a warrior monk with six-pack abs. Let's get into it. The story begins in 1876. Captain Nathan Algren, once a decorated hero of the American Civil War, is now a hollow shell of a man. Haunted by his past, especially the atrocities he committed against Native Americans under Colonel Custer, he performs in gun demonstrations to earn a living, a sharp fall from grace for a once respected soldier. He's angry, aimless, and utterly disillusioned with war, government, and himself. Then, a new opportunity arises, a contract to travel to Japan and train the newly formed Imperial Japanese Army. Japan is undergoing rapid modernization with Western advisors and technologies flooding the country. The mission? Train local troops in modern warfare so they can crush a rebellion led by traditional samurai. Algren accepts not for honor, but for money. Algren arrives in Tokyo, a city in flux. The government, especially Omura, a powerful industrialist and advisor to the emperor, is obsessed with westernization. He views the samurai as a threat to progress, relics of a feudal past. The emperor is young and uncertain, struggling to reconcile the need for modernity with the soul of his nation. Algren is put in charge of training the new imperial army, a group of underfed farmers who've never held a rifle. The soldiers are green, undisciplined, and terrified. Algren protests they're not ready, but Omura insists they engage the rebels immediately. The untrained army marches out to confront Katsumoto, a respected samurai general and former imperial advisor who now leads the resistance. What follows is a massacre. Through fog and rain, Katsumoto's warriors descend like ghosts. The imperial troops panic and flee. Algren stays behind and fights savagely, killing one of Katsumoto's lieutenants in a desperate duel. But instead of being executed, Algren is taken captive by the samurai. Katsumoto sees something in him, a warrior who fights not for orders, but for survival. Algren is taken to a remote mountain village, Katsumoto's home. He's not locked away, no one even guards him. He's placed in the care of Taka, Katsumoto's sister, and the widow of the man Algren killed in battle. Her silence is colder than steel. They are disciplined, respectful, and serene. There are no clocks, no shouting, no noise, only routine, nature, and tradition. And something begins to shift in Algren. As winter settles in, Algren slowly recovers. He begins to observe. He trains with wooden swords, sparring with children and warriors alike. Katsumoto introduces him to Bushido, the code of honor that guides the samurai: respect, loyalty, courage, discipline, and death before dishonor. The villagers, once cold, begin to accept him. Even Taka softens, seeing in him a man who mourns his past as deeply as she mourns her husband. But the outside world hasn't forgotten Katsumoto. Omura, desperate to crush the rebellion, sends assassins. One night, ninjas infiltrate the village. Algren fights fiercely, protecting Taka and her children. The attack fails, but Katsumoto knows the time of the samurai is ending. He accepts an invitation to meet the emperor in Tokyo, hoping to reason with him. In the capital, things have changed. The emperor is distant. Omura controls the court. Katsumoto is arrested and humiliated. Realizing it's a trap, he stages a daring rescue, freeing Katsumoto from captivity with the help of loyalists. They flee the city, but both know war is coming. Katsumoto and Algren prepare for one last battle. It will be a hopeless charge, but a necessary one. On a wide open field, the samurai confront the fully armed imperial army. Guns, cannons, and Gatling guns wait in silence. The samurai charge with honor. Arrows fly, swords clash, but modern warfare is merciless. The Gatling gun mows down the last of the samurai. Katsumoto asks Algren to help him die with honor by his own blade. With tears in his eyes, Algren fulfills his final request. Algren returns to the capital. He walks into the imperial court, bloodied and broken, and kneels before the emperor. He offers Katsumoto's sword as a symbol, a reminder of the soul of Japan. The emperor, deeply moved, refuses to sign Omura's treaty. He declares Japan will modernize, yes, but not at the cost of its spirit. Omura is dismissed, the samurai are honored. As for Algren, he vanishes from history, but it's said he returned to the village, to Taka, to a life of quiet, purpose, and peace, not as a soldier, not as a killer, but as a man who found his soul on the other side of the world. So yeah, guns may win battles, but swords win hearts. If you loved this story, drop a like, subscribe, and tell us your favorite samurai moment in the comments. Until next time, stay sharp.